Semester, honored guests, and fellow members. How many have ever bought a TV? Most everybody, not everybody. How many bought consumer electronics? Okay, everybody now. When we go to buy consumer electronics, we look in magazines, we look in the newspaper, the internet, we talk to our friends, and we go shopping to go look at it. Have you ever bought something and wish you bought something different? Most of us have. Well, the first thing you want to do when you're buying consumer electronics and other things in life, but specifically consumer electronics, is you want to find out the differences between the least expensive model and the most expensive model. So if you're buying a 50-inch TV, you want to find out, why is one $500? Why is one $5,000 or $10,000? Speakers, $10 a pair or $50,000 a pair. What's the difference? The differences make up the difference in the price, obviously. People say, I just want a TV. Well, TVs have a length of life. There's some TVs, etc., that are made to last for 1 year, and some that are made to last forever. Let's take a consumer electronics part that goes into a TV. It could be a 10-cent part. That same exact part could be in the Mars space probe, and it costs $10. They both do the same exact thing, but one's made to last forever, for years and years and years, in severe heat and severe cold. So there's going to make a difference in price. When we had our store, we had people that came in, bought stuff, and they wanted it just to last for a year. And then we had majority of people for their house, they wanted it to last for 10, 15, 20 years, depending on what it was. There's products like Macintosh, amplifiers, preamps. My dad has a 1955 Macintosh amp that still works perfect today, and he uses it all the time. It's a lot more money than a $100 amp. It's $5,000 versus $100, but it's still working and it performs much better. So that's the first. Find out the difference between the lowest priced and the highest priced. Second, when you're shopping, be aware of big chains. Why would you want to be aware of that? They have models that nobody else has. They're big enough that they're able to get models made specifically for them so they can't get price shopped. Okay? So you may have a TV that looks just like this big giant chain that's on TV all the time. You go into that store, salesperson is selling the heck out of it. It looks just like the TV at this independent store, but it's completely different. The features are different, the quality of the product is different. So find out what the exact features are. Understand, going back to the first point, finding out the differences between the prices of things. Find out the differences in features. Now, be very careful when you're looking at model numbers. You may have a XYZ123X. You go to the next store, it's an XYZ123. There's no X on it. So be careful with the whole model number, that you get that whole model number to be able to compare the model. People used to come into our store and say, oh, you're $500 higher than, this chain down the street. No, they have an XYZ that's completely different. It doesn't have this feature, doesn't have this, and doesn't have this, and I'd have to constantly prove it because people write down most of the model, but not the whole thing. So be very careful of that. If you're buying in the internet or mail order, be very careful what's called gray goods. Anybody know what gray goods are? One does, two do. Gray goods are products that don't have U.S. warranties.
Gray market.
Same exact model number, so Sony 123 model, if it comes from the Middle East or from Europe or from Asia, there is no U.S. warranty. So a good mail order company or internet company is going to go out there, search the world for this popular model for the lowest price in the world, and they're going to push the heck out of it, and they're going to make higher margin than the store down the street. And there's no warranty. You can't get it fixed, and you won't know that until it breaks. There's no laws governing the internet. They can say and do anything they want. Make sure you put it on your credit card, like an American Express card that you know you can send it back and get a refund. And American Express does the battling for you. You don't have to. So, find out the differences between the lowest price and the highest price. Check your models. Make sure that the models are exactly the same. Make sure it has U.S. warranty. Gray goods. In addition to the gray goods, you have what are called B goods. B goods are the products that we take back to the major chain that break. The manufacturer takes that back from the store, they fix it up, they rebox it and sell it back to consumers through the dealers. Now, when I was a wholesale or as a retail store, I could buy those goods at 30, 40, 50% off of the wholesale cost. So I could show a giant savings. So be aware of it being a gray good or a B good. You can't just take a model and say that it's for sure a brand new A good. So you'll save money by checking the differences in the features, checking the difference between the lowest and the highest price, and making sure you've got that exact model number. And you'll save money, and you'll also find out that you have a product that you want to have forever and won't have that buyer's remorse.